Hi, my name is Precious Osikha. I write, edit, publish, teach you how to write and get paid. I create amazing videos and voiceovers. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for watching my videos. And if you're new to my channel, you are very much welcome. And please do well to subscribe and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. In this video, we are going to be looking at the prompt before team showing car group A that says write a story set in a factory, and the word count is 100 word count. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the stories that has been submitted by the participants of the story series. Okay, so before I showcase the stories and of course drop my opinions about them, I will just take it through one or two things in regards to this prompt. So if you're writing a prompt like this, how do you approach it? Now let's get started. Okay, the very first thing is to understand the prompt. The prompt says write a story set in a factory. Okay, you have to understand what it's all about. You've been asked to write any story. Yes, it's any story because it didn't tell us what kind of a story, right? But as long as it's set in a factory, if you are able to understand the prompt, then you are good to go. You've tried, okay? You've done something good. The next point is to understand the word count, and the word count says 100. So it cannot be more than 100. You just have to try to stick with a 100 story. And I know you're wondering, is that possible? It's very possible. And this is what we refer to as a flash story. Okay, this is not like your novelette. Okay, this is a flash story. All right, and in such a case, you are going to stick to the moment in time. Most times it's best to start from the middle of the story, and it's good that your story is fast-paced and filled with action. Okay, of course it's gonna be narration, but let it be action. Let's feel what's going on. Let's feel the tension. Let's see what's happening. And your beginning must hook your readers. Your beginning must hook your readers. Your ending must be powerful. Okay, now if you do not know how to stick to a word count, gotten it, I made the video. Okay, I made a video on the best apps for writers, so you can check the video on the tutorial playlist, or you can check the description of this video. There's a link to that particular video. You will see it there, or you can check your screen. Okay, then also if you want to learn how to write a captivating opening line for your story, I also made a video too. It's on the creative writing playlist. All right, now the next thing we're going to talk about is an interesting idea. So you need a very, very interesting idea. Now if you see what I wrote, I didn't say an idea, I said an interesting idea. The truth is that not all ideas are interesting. Not all. Some are like, what's gonna come out of this, right? So let your idea be very interesting. You have to think, okay, and ensure you come up with something interesting that your readers would love to read and they would appreciate it. And next point is the story elements. Good. If you haven't watched the video, I made a video on the elements of a story. Okay, please check out the video on the creative writing playlist, or you can check the description of this particular video. The link is there, or you can just check your screen. Okay, the link is there. All right, at the top of the screen, the link is there. So in the story elements, you have to ensure that everything is important, starting from your characters to the setting. Of course, you've been told it's a factory, to your style, your POV, which is known as your point of view, to the tone, to the mood, okay, to the voice, and the team is going to cover. Listen, your story elements must be on point. Okay, just ensure that your story has these elements and you're able to deliver it excellently. All right, the next one is your title. Yes, very, very important. Okay, you'll need a title, a very, very good title that can hook your audience or your readers. So when you see that title, they will just want to read that work. Okay. The next point is the plot hit. So look at it if you were given any plot hit. Is anything like that? Were we given? Well, in this prompt, we already really told what to do. We just said write a story as long as it's set in a factory. So you have to come up with a very nice plot. Very short one. Very, very short one. Remember, we'll just work with 1 or 2 scenes, okay? We have to ensure that whatever you're going to bring in, even if you had a million ideas, it is going to sit in. So let's stick it to one thing, and we have to work with it. Okay. The next is your area of focus, and of course the ideas. What ideas will come to mind? Well, factory. Think of any factory and think of maybe what can be happening in a factory. It could be maybe a conflict between 2 workers in a factory. You can think about that. It could be maybe an incident that happened in the factory. Just think of something, right? Good. Okay. Think of anything in relation to that, and just ensure that you tell the story very, very well. Okay, and next is the writing rules and vocabulary. Oh yes, so how well do you know the writing rules and your vocabulary? Remember, we are using English language, so we have to ensure everything is on point. Okay, nobody is perfect, but just ensure that you are able to use good vocabulary. Now, I have always said this, please cut down your adverbs, stick with verbs. Okay, work with vivid imageries. Okay, use literary devices to help you. Okay, let us see what's happening. All right, show, don't tell. Okay, it's going to make your work faster and more interesting, since we do not have so much word counts to narrate so many things. All right. The next thing is the finishing. Yes, this is very important. The editing part is very, very important. Very important. You need to edit your work. Okay, you need to edit your work. Look out for the following spellings. Okay. Look out for your sentence structure. Look at the way you place them. Look out for your tenses. Okay, ensure they are in order. All right, just ensure at least these things are in order for a start. Now, of course, your delivery. So from the beginning to the end, how is it like? Are we following, or is it that you are taking us here and there? So look out for these things and try to deliver very, very well. All right. Now let's get to the stories. Let's check out what these participants, they have submitted. Let's go. So the very first story we have here is written by Promise. Okay, the title is very beautiful. Honestly, the title is nice. I like it. Please watch out for your dialogue punctuation. Okay, watch out for your dialogue punctuation. Is very important. You need to learn how to punctuate your dialogues correctly. Okay, correctly. Please try to learn that. If possible, you can enroll in our writing course, okay, so that you can learn it very well. All right. Work on your editing. Your editing is very important. You need to work on it. Okay, you have to learn how to edit your work very well, and then work more on your imageries. The descriptive way of writing, try to work more on that. Okay, let us feel everything around you. All right, I know you can do better than this. I've told you to work on what? Your dialogue punctuation, work on your editing, work on your descriptive way of writing. I know you can do better than this, Promise. Thank you. All right, the next one here is written by Esther. Okay, so Esther, your title is good. Yes, your title is good. Please check for your spellings. It's very, very important. Check for your spellings. Okay, and your ending is nice, but I feel like your work is poorly delivered. Yes, I just love that ending part of it. I like what you did there, but the delivery of the entire work is kind of poor. So I don't really know what happened if you were trying to just rush and submit, but I know that you are, better than this in terms of your delivery. So I need you to please work on that. And also your imageries, please work on it very, very well. Remember, you are in a series with other writers, okay? So people are watching you. So you have to deliver very well. I know you can do better than this. All right. Okay, the next one here is from Tolani. I don't know why you exceeded the word count. Okay, I don't know why you exceeded the word count. Please stick to the word count. I know when you are writing, there's this tendency to write more than the word count. It happens, but you have to learn how to stick to the word count. And that is why I, made a video on the best apps to use. When you use these apps, you can monitor your word count, okay? I know you can do better than this. All right, the next one is reading by Emmanuel. Your title is cool. Okay, the title is cool. Now, in respect to your story, I know you can do better than this, Emmanuel. I know you can do better than this. You can do better than this story. Okay? Because I didn't really feel any tension, no action. Your imageries were okay. It was okay, but I just feel like something is missing here. I couldn't connect with your story. So I know you are better than this. So you have to, take it easy with yourself. Read through your work over and over again. Look at it again. If possible, give it to a third eye to look at it for you. Okay, there's really nothing wrong with that. And if you feel there's a need for you to improve by taking a course, you don't need to hold back. You can enroll for a writing course and, brush up your skills. All right, we are in here for a serious business. I know you can do better than this. Well done. Okay, the next story is written by Victoria. Okay, Victoria. All right, I have an issue with some of the spellings and your tenses. You said not we're being allowed. So I feel that is we're being attended. We're being attended to. So it's supposed to be we're attended to. Okay, like you're using where and being together. Please look at that very well. Okay, look at that very well. Then your tenses, when you start with past tense, just stick with it. When you start with present tense, stick with it and stop dancing between these tenses. Okay, now your narration. This story has potential, but the narration didn't go well at all, and I really don't know why. Okay, I feel like you are focusing too much on the factory stuff because it's set in the factory. You just wanted to look for anything that has to do with factory. Remember, you are telling a story that is happening in a factory. Okay, so please work on that. Okay, work on that. All right. The next one is written by Wilson Ibrahim. Now, this story is touching and interesting. When I read it, first of all, in fact, when I just started from the title, I fell in love with the whole thing. I was hooked. Okay, I was hooked, and then I started reading it. I had to, keep my eyes closed to the errors. First of all, I wanted to digest your story, and it was emotional for me. It's a very, very beautiful story. But do you know what spoiled this work? You did not edit your work. Like, the execution is poor. Very, very poor. I have to be very honest with you. If you had edited this work very well, trust me, this would have been a fantastic job. Like, you did not edit, you just wrote in a rough work, not even a first draft. If you ask me, you did more of like a rough work and you just submitted. Maybe you were looking at the time frame and all of that, okay, and you just submitted. No, it's not good. It's supposed to have, edited your work. And I hope you have watched the video on the best apps for writers. I recommended apps that can still help you, check out some of these errors, okay? But it's good to give it a third eye to just read through, okay? And also, you have this potential. You have this potential, but I feel like you're holding back. You're not putting so much zeal into it. It's not showing to me that you're putting zeal. That's the truth. And you have to put in more zeal, okay? This is serious business. How can you write a beautiful story like this and it was so touching and then you murdered it with poor editing? Okay, it's not supposed to be so. You can do better than this. I am giving you this task. You have to improve on your editing. Learn to read your work over and over again. Okay, the next one is written by Monday Samuel. Okay, this idea of was being. Why? You can use either words or being instead of was being together. So I'm wondering what that is. Now, cut down your adverbs. I've said it a lot of times. Cut down your adverbs. I'm not saying that adverbs are not good, but right now you don't need anything that will make your work look sloppy. Okay, cut it down. All right, just cut it down. You can do better than this. This is not your best work. I know you can do better than this. You've been writing great. So what happened to you this time? Were you rushing or what? Okay. You can do better than this. Look at your editing. If you can even look at the screen, you see that there's a lot of marks on the line on some of the sentences you made. So please work on it. Okay, work on it. This is serious business. You have to do better than this. All right. Okay. Now I am done, dropping my opinions. So I want to hear from you out there. Now that you have watched this video, please let me know what you think about the stories. And of course, you're free to tell me the story that resonates more with you. That's the one you connect more with or the one you like more. Okay. Also, you're free to watch this video over and over again. Yes, the more you watch this video, you are supporting the writers. Yes, and please do well to subscribe. I am not paid for this, okay? And I am doing this because I want to impact more lives. And the best thing you can do for me is to subscribe and tell more people to come and watch these videos on the channel and also subscribe to this channel. Yes, if you want to share this video, all you need to do is just click on the share button and of course copy the link and share it across your social media platforms. Okay, and you are very free to watch other videos on the channel. So thank you very much for listening to me.